Kemono Jihen is another show that's hard for me to describe without heading into spoiler territory that we can find in episode 1. So again, if you want to watch this one completely blind, come back and watch this after if you're so inclined to. In the first episode we meet Kohachi Inugami, something of a supernatural investigator that's on a job in a small village where reports of rapidly rotting livestock are freaking out the townsfolk. When discussing the issue with the family that called him in, he takes notice of the adoptive nephew, Kabane Kusaka, who many of the villagers have ousted, calling him Doratabo, a mud yokai known for their frightening appearance and pungent stink. He wonders how much Kabane has taken notice of in his isolation, and notice he has. Kabane, reserved around Kohachi at first due to normally being rejected outright, leads him to evidence of more decaying animals, which they discover is being caused by this fucking awesome monster. Prior to this, however, in a fight with his brother, Kabane realizes in his anger that he is also some kind of yokai, and believes himself to be the unwitting culprit. Kohachi explains that Kabane is a half yokai, a hanyo, although the term kemono is used to refer to these beings rather than yokai, and the necklace he wears is a powerful rare stone that inhibits his innate drive to become a demon, something he must have received from his original parents. Kohachi also reveals that he is in fact a tanuki, part of a group of kemono attempting to creep the peace between kemono who like to hide among the humans and kemono who would rather cause trouble. With nowhere to go, Kohachi inevitably brings Kabane along with him, promising to take him to his real family that he feels certain is still out there. Before the episode ends, we are shown Kohachi's office where he seems to be collecting yokai children as employees. I can't hide that I fucking love yokai mythology. It's one of my favorite topics, but before I orgasm all over myself trying to explain anything about that, it boils down to me having a pretty fast bias towards liking a show of this caliber inherently. I think it's cool that our main character is a tanuki and using his undoubtedly enormous testicles to make illusions or conceal weapons, and I think it's cool that there's a detective agency that goes around intervening with nefarious kemono. It's like a chilled out cop show with Japanese demons in place of run-of-the-mill criminals, and that's something I can get behind without needing much. Thankfully, Kemono Jihen is more than just a fun idea on paper. The character designs are pretty standout and interesting. I'm particularly partial towards Kohachi himself, which is probably good because we'll probably see a lot of them, I imagine. The monster designs are fantastic so far. I can't wait to see what other creative things come out of this show. There's an element of mystery to it all. We don't really know what everyone's trying to pull, and we don't really know who anybody is yet. I can envision myself though buckling down to see what kind of problems our boys are going to solve each week, and I imagine it's going to continue being mostly episodic with some overarching plot points thrown in. Hopefully the payoff is all worth it in the end, but if not, I don't think I'll find myself complaining about the journey either way because so far it seems fairly engaging anyway. If you like crime mysteries and you don't shy away from supernatural elements, I think there's a lot to be found for you in Kemono Jihen.